ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಚೈತ್ರ. ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ಗೆ 100 ವರ್ಷದ ಸಂಭ್ರಮ ಸಡಗರ, ಹೃದಯ ಸ್ಪರ್ಶಿ ನೆನಪುಗಳು. ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಝಲಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
ಶರತ್ಕಾಲದ ಧವಳ ಮೇಘಮಾಲೆಗಳು ಮುಂಜಾನೆಯ ಶ್ವೇತ ಕಿರಣಗಳ ಸ್ಪರ್ಶದಿಂದ ಪುಳಕಿತಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿರುವ ಈ ಮೋಹಕ ಗಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಶರದದ ಈ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಭ್ರ ವಸನಧಾರಿ ಶಾರದೆಯ ದೇಗುಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜನನಿ ಶ್ವೇತ ಶುಭ್ರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆನಿ ಬೆಸೆಂಟರ 170ನೆಯ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಜನ್ಮದಿನದಂದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮಾತೃಸ್ವರೂಪಿ ಆನಿ ಬೆಸೆಂಟರ ಹಸ್ತಸ್ಪರ್ಶದಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗಿದ ಜ್ಞಾನಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಶತಮಾನದ ಕಿರಣಗಳನ್ನು ಸೂಸುತ್ತಾ ಸುತ್ತಲಿಗೂ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪ್ರಭೆಯನ್ನು ಚೆಲ್ಲುತ್ತಿರುವ ಚರಿತ್ರಾರ್ಹ ದಿನದ ಅಮೃತ ಗಳಿಗೆಗೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಾಕ್ಷೀಭೂತರಾಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾತೆಯ ದಿವ್ಯ ಮೂರ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಲಿ ಬದ್ಧಳಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿವ್ಯಾತ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ವಂದಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಸಭಾಸದರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡ ಈ ಸಭಾಂಗಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಈ ಮಂಗಳ ಮುಹೂರ್ತದ ನಿರ್ವಾಹಕಿಯ ಕೈಂಕರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶರ್ಲಿ ರಾಣಿ ಉದ್ಯುಕ್ತರಾಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು.
A very cordial welcome to one and all gathered here. We are truly blessed with your presence. We begin this day with an invocation seeking the blessings of the Almighty. Let us meditate upon Ganesha Sloka recited by Ms. Sharanya and team. The invocation will be followed by our college anthem and the Nada Gite. I request the august audience kindly to rise for the invocation and in honor of our college anthem and Nada Gite.
मंगलांगं मनोहरं गौरीपुत्रं गणश्रेष्ठं विघ्नराजं नमाम्यहम्. विघ्नराजं नमाम्यहम्. वनिता शोभा लभते ज्ञानं श्रद्धा वानिधि नियम सञ्चालन वनिता शोभा ज्ञानदीपिता बेसेंट विद्या मंदिर संजय रंजनशीला ज्ञानदीपिता बेसेंट विद्या मंदिर संजय रंजनशीला वंदे शारदा सरि गा ग गा गरि ग पाप पाप ग पनी नि नी पनि सा 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 गरि सनि रि सनि प सनि प गा पानि गरि गरि सनि रि सरि सनि प सनि प गा पानि गरि सनि प रि सनि प ग सनि प गा पानि वंदे शारदा
We, the members of various Besant institutions, have come together as one family to revere and pay homage to the great visionary and staunch champion of women's rights, our founder, Dr. Annie Besant. Our institutions are guided by the noble ideals of the legendary theosophist and social reformer, Dr. Annie Besant. Petals sprinkled with the fragrance of her memories and feelings will never wither. We now pay the floral homage to our revered founder, Dr. Annie Besant. I request Sri Kudupi Jagadish Shenoy, President, Women's National Education Society, Vice President Sri Annappa Naik, Secretary Sri Shyam Sundar Kamath, and all the members of the management to offer floral tribute to our founder, and I also request the dignitaries to join for the honor.
ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಸರ್ವರು ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆನಿ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ನಮನಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೀಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಸಕರಾದಂತಹ JR ಲೋಬೋರವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರು, ಅದೇ ತೆರನಾಗಿ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಚಿತಕಾಮಾನಂದಜಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರು, ಈ ಅಮೃತ ಗಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳಲು ಬಂದಿರುವ ಗಣ್ಯಾತಿ ಗಣ್ಯತರನ್ನು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬರಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಅಮೃತ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದು. ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಪೂಜನೀಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಜಿತಕಾಮಾನಂದಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಈಶ್ವರ ಪೂಜಾರಿಯವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ಕರೆತರಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಇಂದಿನ ಸಮಾರಂಭದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಕುಡುಪಿ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಣೆಯವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸತೀಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿಯವರು, ಮಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಕುಲಸಚಿವರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ರವರನ್ನು ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಕೇಸಿಯವರು, ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶಾಸಕರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ JR ಲೋಬೋರವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ರವರು, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತರಾದ ವಿಧಾನ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಕಾರಣಿಕರ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌತಮ್ ಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸ್ನಾರವರು, ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಯ ಮಹಾಪೌರರಾದ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಹಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯೂ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕವಿತಾ ಸನಿಲ್ ರವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರು, RBIಯ ಮಾಜಿ ಡೆಪ್ಯೂಟಿ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಠಲದಾಸ ಲೀಲಾಧರ್ ರವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸೈಯದ್ ಖಾದರ್ ಸರ್ ರವರು, ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಸಹ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ KR ತಿಮ್ಮಯ್ಯರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರೂಪ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ರವರು, ಖ್ಯಾತ ಉದ್ಯಮಿ ಶ್ರೀ ದಿನಕರ ಸುಳಯ್ಯರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ರವರು, ಥಿಯೋಸೋಫಿಕಲ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಭಾಗದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಟಿ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿಯವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೀ ರವಿರಾಜ್ ರವರು, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರ ಜತೆಗೆ WNESನ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಣೇಲ್ ಅಣ್ಣಪ್ಪ ನಾಯಕರವರು, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ಯಾಮಸುಂದರ ಕಾಮತ್ತರವರು, ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವಾನಂದ ಪೈಯವರು, ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಜಿ ಪೈ ಅವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀ ಎಂ ನಾಗೇಶ್ ಪೈ ಅವರು, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಸತೀಶ್ ಭಟ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸತೀಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿಯವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಅಲಂಕರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅತಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖರಾದ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅತಿಥಿ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಹಾಗೂ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಮಾಜಿ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಮನೋರಮಾ ಬಾಯಿಯವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾನಂದ ಶೆಣೆಯವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆದರದಿಂದ ಬರಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಯ ಮಹಾಪೌರರು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಹಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯೂ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕವಿತಾ ಸನಿಲ್ ರವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧಾರ್ ಅವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಕರೆತರಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಅಲಂಕರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯಾತಿ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೆ ವಂದನೆಗಳು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಂತಹ ಸರ್ವರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳು.
We deem it a rare privilege to have with us the distinguished guests whose very presence in today's function is a reflection of the importance the Besant institutions have gained over the years. May I now request our beloved chairperson of the Besant Institution Centenary Celebration Committee, Shri Devananda Pai, to formally welcome and introduce our esteemed guests.
A very good morning to you all. His Holiness Swami Jitakamanandaji Maharaj, the esteemed chief guest and the inaugurator of Besant Centenary Inaugural Function, Dr. Lokesh KM, the Registrar of Mangalore University, the chief guest Shri JR Lobo, the MLA of Mangalore South Division, Captain Ganesh Karnik, the MLC, the guests of honor, Srimati Kavita Sanil, the Mayor of Mangalore, Shri Vittal Das Leeladhar, former Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India, Shri Kudupi Jagdish Shene, the President of this function and the President of WNES, Professor KR Timmaya, Deputy Director of Pre-University Education, Mangalore Region, Srimati Manorama Bai, former Principal of Besant PU College, Sri Dinkar Sulaya, entrepreneur, Sri T. Narasimha Setti, President, Theosophical Society, Mangalore. Sri Manel Annappa Naik, Vice President, WNES. Sri Shyamsundar Kamath, Secretary, WNES. My fellow members on the Governing Council, Sri Nagar Narayan Shanai, Sri Suresh Malya, Sri Satish Bhatt, Sri MP Bhatt, Sri B. Mohan Naik, Sri Ganesh Arshanai, and Dr. Manjula Keti. The members of the Managing Council of MSMN, Besant Institute of Postgraduate Studies, the Vice President of Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, Sri M. Nagesh Pai and Sri Pradeep Pai, my other colleagues on the Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, the convener, Sri Satish Bhatt and Sri Satish Kumar Shetty, the special invitees, former principals and the teachers, heads of all the Besant institutions, the members of the faculty and the non-teaching staff of all the Besant institutions, the president and all the members of the Past Students Association, the president and members of PTA of all Besant institutions, parents of our students, all the invitees, the members of the press and electronic media, and my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. His Holiness Srimat Swami Jitakamanand Ji is a senior monk of Sri Ramakrishna Mission. Having been inspired by the life and teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, and other saints, he joined the order in the year 1973. In the beginning years of his monastic life, he served the mission at Thrissur and Kaladi in Kerala. Later, after his ordination into sannyas in the year 1983, he served for 18 years as in charge of Ramakrishna Mission Balakashrama at Mangalore, where he helped many rural poor students to get higher education. He served as the director, Ramakrishna Institute of Moral and Spiritual Education, Yadavgiri, Mysore, which trains the in-service and pre-service, in-service and pre-service teachers in value education for almost 9 years. Presently, he is the Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Math, Mangalore. I, on behalf of Women's National Education Society and on behalf of the Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, wholeheartedly welcome Swami Jitakamanand Ji Maharaj.
ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಝಲಕನ್ನ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ವಿರಾಮ. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ನಂತರ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಲಾಯಿತು. ಅದರ ಝಲಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ.
Dr. Lokesh KM, a professor and the registrar of Mangalore University. His area of specialization are modern Kodagu, modern world, modern India, and modern Karnataka historiography. Recipient of Commonwealth Postdoctoral Fellowship in the year 2002-2003. He has published a few books, among them Western Civilization 1648-1945, the Mangalore University in the year 2009. Ethnographical compendium on the castes and tribes found in the province of Coorg are prominent ones. Dr. Lokesh has published a number of papers such as Identity Information, the experience of the 9th century Kodava of Coorg in the year 2009. Post-independence, undivided South Canara and contemporary history in historical Karnataka in the year 2010. Colonial Kodagu and contemporary history in the year 2010. Abbakka Queens, a metaphor for cultural harmony in the year 2011. The Barry community during the British colonial period in the year 2011. Mirzayam Ismail and Congress movement in princely Mysore in the year 2012. Dr. Lokesh has also published a few articles known as the Captivity of Canara Christians under Tipu Sultan in the year 2009. Tribal Resistance and the Fall of the Roman Empire in the year 2010. Crisis in Europe and the Cold War in the year 2010. With this, I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Lokesh KM. John Richard Lobo, popularly known as J.R. Lobo, was born in the year 1953 and had his bachelor's degree in science and B.Ed, and thereafter KAS in civil service. Mr. Lobo is a versatile personality and a highly responsive public representative, and served the citizens of Mangalore under various capacities. A perfect public servant, serves as MLA, winning the elections in the last election 4 years ago. Mr. Lobo joined Karnataka Administrative Service in the year 1977 and served as Tahsildar at various places for the next 16 years. Mr. Lobo was the Commissioner of Mangalore City Corporation between the year 1999 and 2003. He served as the Project Director of Karnataka Urban Development and Coastal Environmental Management Project. He was the Founder Executive Director of Pilikula Nisargadhama, Mangalore since 1995. He has also served as the member of the Academic Council of Mangalore University. Mr. Lobo took voluntary retirement from government service and contested from the Mangalore City South Assembly constituency and won with the overwhelming majority. I, on behalf of the WNES and on behalf of Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, welcome with warm feelings Mr. John Richard Lobo. Mr. Ganesh Karnik is the member of Legislative Council at the Karnataka government. He is currently the Chief Whip of the opposition party in Karnataka Legislative Council. He was also the former Deputy Chairman of NRI Forum of Karnataka and has sizable following with the NRI Kannadigas. He is a retired captain of the Indian Army and served as a commissioned officer along northeast and western borders of India and voluntarily retired from the service. He has served Nitte Education Trust in various capacities. Ganesh Karnik was born in the little town of Kervashe in Karkala Taluk of Udupi district, Karnataka. Having had his basic education in Karkala, he obtained his degree in 1981 from Agriculture University, Dharwad. Karnik joined the Indian Army in the year 1981 and served as a commissioned officer along the northeast and the western border of the country after completing his contractual period of service in the Army. He got a voluntary retirement from the Army in the year 1988 as captain. Captain Karnik has been the part of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh and has entered the field of politics as a member of the Karnataka Legislative Council in 2006, representing the Southwest Teachers Constituency, which includes Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Shimoga, Kodagu, Chikmagaluru districts, and Channagiri and Honnali taluks of Davanagere district. He has represented the teachers in the council. In June 2012, Karnik was elected as a member of the Karnataka Legislative Council representing the Bangalore South East Teachers Constituency. I, on behalf of the WNS and on behalf of the Besant Centenary Committee, welcome you, sir. Marakada Sri Narayana Pujari ಹಾಗೂ ವೇದಾವತಿ ಸನಿಲ್ ದಂಪತಿಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಜಿ ಅರುಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ರವರ ಧರ್ಮಪತ್ನಿ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಯ ಮಹಾಪೌರರಾಗಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕವಿತಾ ಸನಿಲ್ ಇವರು 2002ರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸಿದರು. ನಂತರ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಗರ ಯೋಜನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸ್ಥಾಯಿ ಸಮಿತಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷೆಯಾಗಿ ಉತ್ತಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಳೆದ ಬಾರಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಾಯಿ ಸಮಿತಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯೂ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕವಿತಾ ಸನಿಲ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಹಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಲು ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕೇವಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕಂದಿನಿಂದಲೂ ಕರಾಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪಡೆದಿರುವ ಇವರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಕರಾಟೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 58 ಚಿನ್ನದ ಪದಕ, 18 ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ಪದಕ ಪಡೆದಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. 1992ರಿಂದ 2008ರವರೆಗೆ ನಿರಂತರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಚಿನ್ನದ ಪದಕ ತಂದುಕೊಟ್ಟ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆ ಇವರದು. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕವಿತಾ ಸನಿಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕರಾಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬುಡೋಕಾನ್ ಕರಾಟೆ ಎರಡೂ ಶೈಲಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ಪಡೆದ ಏಕೈಕ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಕರಾಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಪವರ್ ಲಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಲಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಪವರ್ ಲಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 320 kg ಭಾರ ಎತ್ತಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ದಾಖಲೆ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧನೆ ನೋಡಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸಂಘ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ 2004ರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯಾದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಇವರಿಗೆ ನೀಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರ 9 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ಬರುವ 2017ರಲ್ಲಿ ನವೆಂಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಹರು ಮೈದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಲಿರುವ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಓಪನ್ ಕರಾಟೆ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ಶಿಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲು ಈಗ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. I, on behalf of WNS and on behalf of Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, wholeheartedly welcome the first citizen of Mangalore, Srimati Kavita Sanil. Mr. Vittal Das Leeladhar served as Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India for over four years. Mr. Leeladhar served as Managing Director and Chairman of Union Bank of India until September 2004. He served as the Chairman and Managing Director of Vijaya Bank. He has banking experience span Syndicate Bank, Corporation Bank at senior levels, and served as Executive Director of Bank of Maharashtra. Has experience in all areas of banking, including credit, international banking, investments, merchant banking, and personal banking. Mr. Leeladhar has been an additional director of Axis Mutual Fund Trustee Limited since 2012. He has been a non-executive independent director of Tata Global Beverages Limited since 2009. He has been independent director at Tata Coffee Limited since 2014. He serves as a director of New India Assurance Company Limited, Tata Clean Tech Capital Limited, Agricultural Finance Corporation Limited, General Insurance Corporation of India and Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. He served as a director of Reserve Bank of India. He served as a director of Union Bank of India until 2004. He serves as chairman of Indian Banks Association. Mr. Liladhar serves as a member of the Governing Council of the Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, Mumbai, and serves as ex officio member of Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Small Industries. He was a member of the Securities and Exchange Board of India for about 3 years. Sir, I, on behalf of the WNES and on behalf of Besant Centenary Committee, welcome you, sir. I feel relatively happy to welcome Deputy Director, PU Education Board, Srimati Manorama Bai, the senior most lady present here in the house, joined Besant High School as teacher in the year 1947. She became the headmistress of the school in the year 1960, and later in the year 1964 became the principal of junior college, and also served as principal of the Besant Evening College for 4 years. Srimati Manorama Bai readily agreed to be with us, and she is at the moment 93 years by age. Which in itself is an inspiration for all of us at the Besant Institution. On behalf of WNES and on behalf of Besant Centenary Celebration Committee, welcome Srimati Manorama Bai. Sri Dinakar Sulaya hails from a respected landlord Bunce family from Mangalore. He has served in his capacity as the officer in the Kirloskar Company, Mumbai. His family has donated the land on which the present primary school and PU building is situated to his family and to him for his philanthropic attitude, who has liberally contributed a huge sum towards the endowment prizes to the toppers of Besant English School, Kannada School, and PU College. I, on behalf of the WNES and on behalf of the Centenary Committee, welcome you, sir. Further, I would like to welcome the Vice President, Manel Annappa, the Secretary, Shyamsundar Kamath, the members of the Governing Council, the members of the faculty of all the Besant institutions, the members of the PTA alumni, heads of all the Besant institutions, invitees, members of the press and media, electronic media, the special invitees, and all my dear students. Thank you one and all. He is the former president of the Theosophical Society. Presently, he is a member of the committee, and he is here today with us to deliver a speech regarding Madam Annie Besant. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome another speaker on the behalf of the WNES, Madam Sushila D. Rao. She is also going to deliver a speech on the aspects of the influence of Dr. Besant on our institution. Thank you one and all.
ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಝಲಕನ್ನ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ವಿರಾಮ. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ನಂತರ ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಲಾಯಿತು. ಅದರ ಝಲಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸನಾತನ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಆರ್ಷೇಯ ವಚನ. ಗುರು ಸದೃಶರಾದ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗಳು ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇರುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಈ ನೆಲವನ್ನು ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಪವಿತ್ರಗೊಳಿಸಿದೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಫಲಪುಷ್ಪಗಳ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವದ ಆಚರಣಾ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವಾನಂದ ಪೈ ಸರ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Thank you, Swamiji, and thank you, sir. In moments of joy, flowers speak volumes of what heart feels. We would now like to say it in a more enchanting way. I request Sri Devananda Pai to offer floral welcome to all our esteemed guests on the dais as a token of our respectful regards to them. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ದ್ಯೋತಕವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ದೀಪವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವುದರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವರನ್ನು ಗೌರವಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸಂಚಾಲಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಶತಮಾನೋತ್ಸವ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವಾನಂದ ಪೈಯವರು. ಸಾಂಕೇತಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಾನವಾದಂತಹ ರೀತಿಯ ಹಾರೈಕೆಗಳು. ದೀಪವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವಾನಂದ ಪೈ ಸರ್ ತಮಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. The inspiring saga of Besant institutions began in 1918 when Dr. Annie Besant, the renowned social reformer, laid the foundation stone for the Besant institutions. Over the decades, we have grown into a comprehensive education organization covering the entire spectrum of learning from kindergarten to postgraduate studies. We are proud that from the humble beginnings, the group of Besant institutions is entering to the 100th glorious years of its academic life of quality, excellence, and dedication to the cause of education. It is time to celebrate, introspect, consolidate, and plan for the future. Now, I request Dr. Satish Kumar Shetty, Principal, Besant Women's College, and Secretary of the Besant Institution Centenary Celebration Committee to share with us the significance of the centenary celebration.
Respected guests of the days, invitees, members of the management, my dear colleagues, and my dear students. It gives me great pleasure to be a part of the great momentous occasion of our centenary celebration of primary school. The centenary celebration is a time when we look back to see our successes and failures and march ahead with a new vision and commitment. It is a time to retrospect and take corrective measures if we had gone wrong while pursuing our goals. It is also a time to showcase our achievements during these 100 years to the public. The story of the Besant education institutions in Mangalore is one of a steady march along the trail blazed by Dr. Annie Besant. Annie Besant's manifold services in the field of Sanatana Dharma, Swadeshi, home rule and national education are still cherished by India, her adopted motherland. In the field of education, after having founded and placed on a firm foundation the Central Hindu College, Varanasi, she took up a wider task, that of sponsoring national education institutions in select centers all over the country. With Dr. Rabindranath Tagore as the Chancellor, herself as a Vice Chancellor, and Sri G.S. Arundel, her right-hand man in the Central Hindu College as Registrar, the National Education Society of India commenced its work around about 1917. Sri Arundel toured the country, and his characteristic dynamism gave rise to a number of national schools and colleges dotting the country all over. Mangalore was one of them. The admirers of Annie Besant in Mangalore organized National Education Week in April 1918, in which Arundel participated. While in all other places, national education institutions were co-educational in character, Arundel appealed for an institution in Mangalore exclusively for girls. Till then, girls' education in the district was in the hands of denominational societies. The one to be sponsored by the National Education Society was truly national, the management to be open to all without distinction of caste, race, and creed. Hence, the Balika Shikshana Sabha, with assistance from local bodies and gentlemen from various communities, was founded. But while Sabha was somewhat steadily feeling the way for a start, the late Dr. Benagal Sanjeeva Rao, yet another lieutenant of Annie Besant in Benares, came to its help with concrete plans for the starting of the school. A spacious bungalow in the midst of a large shady compound, free of rent, a team of enthusiastic lady teachers with late Srimati Padma Bai, his wife, at the head, was procured with some needed equipment. An auspicious start was thus made on June 17, 1918. Quite a good number of girls from families of all ranks were enrolled. The bungalow was the ancestral home of Srimati Kamaladevi Chattopadhyaya. The silent efforts of Sri Sanjeeva Rao worked audaciously for the Mangalore school, collecting funds from the leading persons of district settled there, and during a few hurried visits to Mangalore, selected a good site for a suitable building to house the school, whose work got started almost at once. In November, Dr. Annie Besant was invited to Mangalore to lay the foundation stone for a school hall, for which the Central National Education Society gave Rs 5,000. Her visit was marked by an attractive cultural program got up by the pupils and staff of the school at a short notice. The ceremony at the school site where the foundation stone was to be laid was a characteristically solemn one. The large audience listened with rapt silence to the fervent blessings invoked by the eloquent words of the great orator. The year 1919 was one of expansion coupled with further deepening of the new orientation given from the start by the revival of interest in the spirit of ancient Indian culture and arts. Srimati Padma Bai was called away to Benares for urgent work there on similar lines. But the gap was soon filled by a dynamic Irish lady, the late Mrs. Margaret Cousins from Madanapalli, where she with her husband James Cousins, the poet, had been working for the National College. Being Irish, the Cousins, who were students of Indian art and philosophy, were instinctively drawn to the work of Indian regeneration of Dr. Annie Besant. Mrs. Cousins was a lover of music with a university degree in music, and after coming to India, became deeply interested in Indian music. One of her earliest concerns was to select a good music teacher, and her choice of the late Sri Krishna Uduppa turned out to be a happy one. Sri Uduppa was not only an expert in the art, but had the singular power of interesting children in the art in his own way. It was also Mrs. Cousins who first introduced to the people and through them to the larger public Gurudev Tagore's famous song, which is now our national anthem. Mrs. Cousins had learned it at the feet of Tagore himself, who had taught it to the students of the Madanapalli College the previous year during his visit there. The construction of the hall of Besant Primary School was completed during the year, and it was ceremoniously opened on 1st October, the birthday of Dr. Annie Besant. The construction work was personally supervised by late Sri Attavara Devapa Punja, who was the first president of the society. The same evening, the school children gave an entertainment which was hailed as the best. The function came to a close with the ringing tune of Tagore's national song. From a privately managed school, it was now thought advisable to seek government recognition and aid, as the response, though steady from the public, was not adequate. Apart from this feature, school continued to maintain all the former characteristics. The Vasantosava, a festival week in Vasanta Masa in April, on the eve of the summer holidays, was an annual feature. The school was singularly fortunate to secure the active guidance of Sri Dr. Shivaram Karant, who by his versatile genius made it into a truly educative cultural function for the school as a whole, and an opportunity for exhibition of children's varied handiwork, intellect, music, dance and drama, which formed the main feature of the festival, were well patronized by the parents and general public as well. It was during this period that a modest beginning was made of a hostel with a school named Padma Vihar as a tribute to the work of Srimati Padma Bai. Under the motherly management by the late Srimati M. Rama Bai, it proved a veritable home away from home for the girls. The steady popularity of the school emboldened the management to accept the suggestions of the inspectors of the girls' school that the institution should be raised to the high school status. The ambitious project was encouraged morally and financially by late Dr. Rama Kamath, who all through the period was steady patron. This was in the year 1942. As a first step, the higher elementary school was converted into a lower secondary with a trained graduate at its head. At this time of its history, the late Dr. M. Keshav Pai, the well-known physician who was in Madras, came to settle down in Mangalore after retirement. From the very beginning, the school, he had taken helpful thoughts, silent interest in its own onward march. His active help has now blossomed into a practical scheme for putting the school on a higher pedestal. With his popularity and influence, in the year 1943, he formed the Women's Education Society, under which school entered a new era of expansion. Soon after, the Women's National Education Society took over. The school celebrated Silver Jubilee of the institution. In that, late Sri Rajgopalachari as the president of the function. He was very much impressed by the activities of the school, especially the smart, disciplined girl guides, and expressed this in his presidential address, among other things, as follows. To quote, "The true philosophy of women's education is not competition between boys and girls. Education and culture of the women of the house is something far more important than education of men. Women is the mother of the family, and mother's culture is far more important than the father's culture. The father, most of his time is away from home, and the mother spends all her time at home. Therefore, the future generation have to benefit from the education of girls. I am taking very prosthetic still stuff, but it is still unexecuted, still unperformed, so that it is necessary to refer it again and again. If you want to reforest, replant our barren society, you must attend to the education of girls in a special way, unquote. Dr. Keshav Pai was responsible for the introduction of Sanskrit as one of the languages for the students in high school, thus adding one more first among the girls' high school of the district. Under his inspiration, the school became a center for Gita classes, Hindi classes, and a number of activities to involve the ladies of the neighborhood in the work of the school. In 1966, permission was granted by the government to raise the institution into a higher secondary school and to open the 11th standard with one science section and one with humanities as electives. In 1972, when all higher secondary schools were given the alternative to add the 12th standard or to close down the 11th, the management made a bold decision to opt for it, though it involved great financial commitment. Thus, the school became a junior college in the city, catering exclusively to the needs of the girls. It was sad that our girls, even rank holders among them, could not secure admission in the degree classes of girls' institution in the city, as that college found it not possible to accommodate them, as they had to accommodate those coming from its own or from allied junior colleges. This compelled the management to take another bolder step by starting the degree classes in June 1977.
ಬೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ 100 ವರ್ಷದ ಸಂಭ್ರಮಾಚರಣೆಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ 3 ದಿನಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಳಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದೇ ಈ ಹೊತ್ತಿನ ವಿಶೇಷ. ನಿರಂತರ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಮನರಂಜನೆಗಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಸ್ಪಂದನ ಟಿವಿ.